is going through the wire. Maybe she's being put on a podium, or maybe she can wear Cinderella's shoes. Doesn't make her Cinderella. Okay, can we get that? So she can be Cinderella for someone else, but doesn't mean that she's this man's Cinderella. So she's forced to live that life right now. I hope that makes sense. And it looks like she's just trying to catch up. She's trying to understand what all of this means when she's doing it. She's trying to understand why and who she is and who she's been lately. Okay, for this divine masculine, okay? And, you know, it's so funny because the divine feminine knows what she wants, and it automatically happens for her. Is probably why it's hard to get out of that confusion, because this is her destiny. The karmic is always seeming to be a step ahead sometimes of the divine feminine, because she's already able to map this out, whether she had the charmed book as the demons trying to possess, right, or not. She's living in, okay, this man requires one thing. You're in a relationship with that man. You're obviously going to bite down. But it looks like every time she goes through this, it comes out in a haywire, and it comes out in disaster, to where it actually breaks and it snaps. Okay, where, you know, the divine feminine, it seems to just rejuvenate. Back up again. Okay, to do it again. And here so too, but as one card shows one life smooth, the next, like it's really the divine feminine's life. This is someone else's life that someone is living. Okay? That's as many times as I can try to explain that. So, but it looks like she's here in the Hermit, and she is in hermit mode because it seems, I don't think she understands what she's fighting for. Okay, that's what it is. I don't think she believes what she's fighting for. And she goes in major. She goes in a little naive, right? I love to say that about this card, especially for the things that we're dealing with. She, you know, the Chariot represents a Cancer card. And it's her emotions running her wild and running her to be loyal and running her and steering her straight to do something in a life where she doesn't see fit. Okay? The Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I mean, the passion has gotten to a point in this relationship in their life where it's only but arguments, and anything you can do, I can do better. Man and woman. I mean, that's ultimate, and that's a sin. And it's so funny that we're living in this because of this relationship. Do you understand? All right, so, you know, I don't think she understands what she's fighting for. I think everything that she's worked for, she has to walk through these cups. I do believe her Two of Cups is the relationship she's in. I do believe that also that Two of Cups right there is what she believes is with someone else. I do believe that Two of Cups is what she sees that is with him, that she's trying to work for with the divine feminine. I do believe that everything and hope is lost for her. I do believe that the love that she feels is the one that's down, and the one that's there for her she doesn't feel at all. Okay, I believe she's numb. Okay, so it's time for her to go and like understand what all of this is about. It's nothing like doing a homework assignment and then having to go back and reread and almost rewrite everything you've done. Don't you understand it? This was your journey. This was your course. You know what I'm saying? And for the divine feminine, she's forced to live through it, heart, soul, and body. Soul meets body, because this is her destiny. And it's not fair, you know, if someone else can live that life and get far or not get far, and it seems like they're learning lessons, but you have to understand they're already let's see how I can put this, like their soul has left the body, and the soul has to watch the body walk through, and they're even further and further because they're learning something, they're doing something that at the end of the day they never learned. They have to keep retracing because it's not their life to live. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Divine Feminines, let's go ahead and do a little something for you here. Okay, we'll leave the karmic alone, but we'll leave the cards there. Let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Cups for the Divine Feminine Spirit. Why is the Two of Cups here? Why is the Two of Cups here for the Divine Feminine? All right, and there we go, and there we have it. Okay, the Four of Swords and the High Priestess, excuse me. So, questioning, because you know what? We found out. It's, yes, just like the picture shows, it's him or her, okay, taking from the divine feminine or taking from the divine masculine. They're taking from you. They're taking life from you. You're waiting in vain for these promises that, honestly, honey, you shouldn't be waiting. Because when you want to be this person, say you are or you're not yet. If this is who you are, you have a lot of work to do. What I'm saying is, again, you will not be, he's not going to be set up for failure, and neither will you. Okay, so I understand that it's hard for you to focus on your tasks at hand when you feel like someone is living without you, but it's time to like really understand like what we're losing here, and it's precious time. Okay, the high priestess talks about so much. Do you know how many stages she has gone through to be here, to be this person, to sit in these riches and abundance? Yeah, she's alone. And I do believe a lot of the divine feminines, I'm just going to speak for a lot of us and say sometimes we do prefer to be alone because we think it's better for us. But we finally, if we're divine feminine and we're very aware, we finally found the one that we want to be with us, okay? And it just looks like some of us may have to make a choice, okay, with the Two of Wands here. Some of us are just going to have to make a choice right now about what we need to do, turning our backs on the person inside watching TV, to know that we need a lot of work, okay? We're only at the Two of Wands. We're at a planning stage even. We haven't made a move. Both of these signify thinking and not making a move yet. Not going into the living room, not going outside, not going to fight the battle. This person meditates. This person's relaxing. Okay, this one is ready to go, but they have to plan. They've got the world in their hands. You've got a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of work to work on, especially if you're giving to him. If you're giving him a big chunk of you, what's left of you? So go ahead and work on those things. It's like, you know, divine feminine at some point. Love does not come easy. If you want to love like everyone else, you would have gotten that already, okay? You would have had that already. You would have had that already. You know you would have had that already, okay? So, and because if some of you really felt like you paid for him to stay and that didn't work, listen, all right? The promise is real. Okay, the promise is real. Sometimes maybe this says for some of us that we need to be a little patient. Some of us need to, like, you know, go to yoga and relax a little bit, because it's like maybe some of us have gotten, for an example, like hold of time and understand how precious it is, and we're like, oh my God, oh my God. So in that time, make sure you're like studying for your exam. I can't tell you that enough. You know, if you lay your tools out and there's like a wrench missing and a screwdriver missing, those are probably the most key essentials, no? To building, I don't know, a house, or, you know, right? If this is promised to you, you don't have to do any work. Not true. If you ever felt like you didn't have to do any work to get something, well, honey, the twin flame journey is the last thing you need to be looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all about soul character. You have to turn your back and go do what you got to do. Because if you were in a relationship, you would do that anyway. You got to go to work, right? You need some time alone. Do that so that you can be ready and do that so that you can finally be in union. Okay, no one is going to be set up for failure here. No one. Tell me about, okay, the high priestess wants to speak, Spirit. Tell me what she wants to say. The high priestess wants to speak. I knew, God, Lee, I knew it. Oh my God. Listen to everything. That is so funny. I said it was going to be the Hierophant. I promise you. I said, if she's talking about, listen, I know you want him. I have a divine masculine too, believe me. And some of my clients, I talk to a lot of my clients who've been there since day one, and they know the struggle with mine. Believe me. I have And I know we want him, and I know we love him, and it's like, especially for the women that can agree with me personally. My name is Jasmine, okay? Jasmin, no E, no Z. Especially the ones who can agree with me, and I have a few who do that. How do I put this? There's a resentment towards relationships, towards love. Okay, and yes, it could stem from childhood, it could stem from whenever in our lives. It stems and it grew and it sprouted. It's a beanstalk. And now we're just like, we're scared to open up. And I don't think we're scared because we know that what we're going to have is not enough. That's like far from our beliefs. But there's something in there that we have to tap into. We have to look at the tools that we have and which ones we don't have, and it's to work on those. And then every time that we see one reappearing into thin air, then we can go reach out for an example. Then we can go go to where we know he's going to see us, and so he can see a difference, so that he can want to be inspired to have and make a difference. It works like that. You're two spiritual beings. You know, the high priestess wants to say that, look, we are, this is the match. What are those two people down there about? Someone asked. It's about him coaching and guiding others. It's about him, like for me, for an example here, so you can get a picture. I want somebody, like for an example in the church, I want somebody who can always remind me of his love for God and then my love for God. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing? I need a leader. That's what he is a leader. But you know, sometimes what activates that is their partner, their leader. They need a leader too. Okay? They're not the ones to be painting their daughter's nails, kind of thing. I mean, just take it how you want it. So that's what she wants to say. And she feels a victim. Like I said, I know you feel a victim. I know you feel trapped. But what is this going to get you? Nothing. You think he's going to walk by and see you all trapped up and come and want to release you? You're not his burden to bear right now. You're not. You're just not. And when we stop whining about it, and when we understand that, well, maybe we'll be empowered to get up and move. Enough relaxation. Okay? This was proof enough to you, clarifying the Two of Cups. But look where you guys are right now. And look what you're okay with. Look what he's okay with. I mean, he looks a mess in that banana suit. He's probably got the same tattoo on his back. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Let's clarify this Knight of Swords. Spirit, what do you want us to know about the Knight of Swords? I think it's pretty... Okay, tell us about that Knight of Swords. Spirit, what do we need to know about that Knight of Swords? We got some cards. We got 3 cards. We got the Empress. We got the Judgment. And the 8 of Wands. So for some of us, yes, there is the Divine Feminine trying to sabotage a relationship with the karmic and him, okay? That's a possibility. For some of us, there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who is the other woman trying to sabotage yours. If the karmic is an air sign, you'll know that, okay? And just keep going about that. But the Judgment is here, and the Judgment is going to be moving quickly. I love that. I love when I know that my spirit guides are working like flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, so they're going to be working real hard. It's a divine union, and we just saw that. There ain't no Empress. We've worked blood, sweat, and tears. We've already been through that stage. We were chosen to be in another realm, okay? We were chosen for a higher job and a higher power with this person. We need to be activated, because right now, this is where we are. Okay, Divine Feminines? Yes, there's someone who's very powerful. There's someone who can get just as much as you can. There's a power in that. There's some people out there who get sponsored, and like they get what do you call those? There's some people in the church who get to be the missionaries, and you don't. I mean, there's just some people that don't have as much as you have, and they're shining bright and shining far because they ain't shy and they're being a star. Fine, but they have nothing on you. This Empress has nothing on the High Priestess, okay? The powers do not compare. All right, so if that's your... But Judgment is going to be moving fast, okay? Judgment will be moving fast, okay? And if anything, not sabotaging, judgment won't sabotage, but judgment will put you in your place. Judgment will put you in your place. I was watching the Book of Eli the other night with one of my